Heidi Reeves, and I'm going to be making sweet beet protein pancakes for you today. They are delicious and nutritious and an excellent addition to any meal. First, I'm going to add oats, which are an excellent source of complex carbohydrates. A half a cup provides 27 grams of carbs and 3.7 grams of soluble fiber, which is great for heart health and can help lower LDL cholesterol. It's also high in B vitamins, which are needed for energy metabolism, and it also has vitamin E and K, which are antioxidant and blood clotting properties. And then I'm adding some baking powder, half a teaspoon, to act as a leavening agent to help the pancakes be a little more fluffy, because they are going to be heartier than your regular pancake, but they're much better for you. Okay, now I'm going to blend them to make them more like a flour. Dry ingredients are a little lighter and thinner. I'm going to pour them in here so that I can mix them with the wet ingredients later. And now I'm going to add egg whites. 6 egg whites contain 21 grams of protein that have 100% biological value, meaning you can utilize all of it. And it also has niacin and riboflavin in it, which are necessary coenzymes for the production of ATP, or energy. It also contains vitamin E, high amounts, which is a high antioxidant, which helps to fight free radicals in the body. I'm also going to add sweet potato, which is this lighter color, and yam in small amounts, about an ounce each. They're both high in beta carotene, which are precursors to vitamin A, which are necessary for vision health and immunity. And I also have beets here, which not only are going to add beautiful color, but they're going to add sweetness and a whole host of vitamins and minerals. Come on. They also contain phytochemicals and antioxidants for an energy boost and overall health. I'm going to blend all these together just enough to break up the beets and the sweet potatoes. Protein pancakes. How about that? All right, so now we need to blend the wet ingredients with the dry ingredients. And while I'm doing that, the griddle over here has been preheating, and we want it at about 360 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're getting close there, so I'm just going to turn the heat up a little bit so that the griddle will make the pancakes nice and evenly cooked and golden brown. So now I'm going to add the wet ingredients, all the yummy protein and vitamins, to the dry ingredients. And you want to make sure to blend them evenly and get all the dry ingredients mixed in with the wet ingredients. But you don't want to overmix. See how the bubbles are starting to form? That's due to the leavening agent in there. So we don't want to overmix it. We just want to have the dry All right, so now that our batter is ready for pancake making and our griddle is preheated and it's sitting at about 360 degrees, which is the optimal temperature for pancake making. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to apply some coconut oil, a thin layer, but you can use non-stick cooking spray as well. Just going to spread it around. So it's evenly coated so my pancakes don't stick. And I'm going to use my little cup here to pour the pancakes onto the griddle. You don't want them too thick. These are hearty pancakes here. But they're good to the last bite. So I've been told. So we want to let some bubbles start to form on the tops of the pancakes. And when there's, quite a few uniform bubbles, then they're about ready to flip. And you can top them when they're done with anything of your choice. But I prefer to use almond butter, which is really high in monounsaturated fats, which are healthy for the body. They're in omega-3. That also contains calcium and magnesium and vitamin E and fiber. So they're providing you with a lot of nutrients that you need for fluid balance and bone health. And then I like to drizzle honey on top. This is raw honey. I like to use honey that's raw and preferably from the area in which you live because it provides some aid for allergies and boosts your immune system. And then I like to sprinkle some cinnamon on top because not only does that add a great flavor, but cinnamon can actually help to balance your blood sugar. And it has other health properties as well. But mostly, I just love the way it tastes. I put it on everything. So the bubbles are starting to form. I'm gonna let a few more bubbles appear before I flip them. I don't wanna be overzealous and flap batter all over the kitchen because then I'd have to clean it. I used to make these pancakes every morning after I went running. I would crave them. And they provided me with everything I needed. Carbohydrates, protein, root vegetables, a nut butter, some honey, cinnamon. It's a complete meal. So it's not just for breakfast. In fact, we're having it for dinner tonight. They're getting close. Almost ready. You can start to kind of loosen them up, so make sure they're not sticking. When it's moving pretty easily, it's about ready to flip. It's still a little juicy, so I'm going to give this one a little more time. These are hearty pancakes after all. Most pancakes are made with refined flour, which is not very good for the body. It's highly processed and it doesn't have any vitamins left in it, which is why they have to fortify it. But in this case, you don't have to fortify this food with B vitamins because it already contains it naturally and it hasn't been removed. Flipping with a bamboo spatula takes some finesse. That wasn't bad. You want a nice golden brown color. They're on the fluffy side, thank you to that baking powder that acts as the leavening agent and adds a little air to your pancakes. I like to call these things food hacks, where you can take something that you would normally enjoy that isn't necessarily healthy and turn it into something that's good for your body, good for your mind, and tastes just as good, if not better, than the less healthy alternative. You generally don't have to cook it quite as long after you've flipped it, because when you flip it, it's cooked at least halfway through or more. So I'm going to give it just a little bit longer. I'm peeking. It's not quite as golden brown as I'd like it to be. All right. Come here, runaway flapjack. All right. So now, I like to spread a thin layer of almond butter, excuse me. I like to use about a tablespoon. But you can use more. This meal provides approximately 360 calories, I would guess. And it's full of complete protein, non-allergenic carbohydrates, root vegetables that are powerhouse root vegetables because of all the nutrients and fiber they contain. And sprinkle a little cinnamon on top for taste. And you are ready to eat your pancakes.